This is the general part 3 of right-wing extremism, Homeland Security. This probably will be the last video on this, part 3. DHS and their research unit will be working with its state and local partners over the next several months to ascertain with greater regional specific with the rise of right-wing extremist activity in the United States, with particular emphasis on the political, economic, and social factors that drive right-wing extremist radicalization. That's a lot of big words. Hitler would have loved this. This is not about the Constitution. This is a law of the land. They're perverting incidents and fear-mongering and propaganda and psyops to try to make this fit in here. This is garbage trying to put it on sacred paper. It doesn't work, people. It doesn't work. This is what matters, and because you believe in this, I'm going to put this down. I don't agree with it. This is what the forefathers gave you as the foundation for all Americans, to put our differences aside long enough to work our problems out without violence. The Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Declaration of Independence is less than 4,500 words. And there are entities in the United States and at the global level that want to remove your rights, your sovereignty, and that, wait a minute, that's something else in there. If you want the sovereignty for your life and your state to be higher than the Fed's domineering and the control of the globalists, then they've got a problem with you. You're an extremist. But back on the foundation, the sovereignty it's a threat. The 10th Amendment, sovereignty, your state is more important than the Feds. Speaking out puts you now at risk to be an extremist. And I'm sure if Abby and Moses could speak, which they can't, but I'm going to make some satire, sarcastic pun at DC and the people that compose this. It's sad when you speak out for this, and for those of you that have a Bible, you don't have to agree with me about God. That's your choice. I don't get upset about that. And you don't have to agree with the Second Amendment, but some people are paranoid and fear-mongering because the Second Amendment terrorizes them. That's not my problem. You don't have to spend almost 30 years in the field with death and destruction and hell to know that it's the person that makes the firearm dangerous. It's the person that wants to destroy this dangerous. The person that wants to take your rights and liberty and control you on an Orwellian power trip grid, they're dangerous. But see, they're inverting this to where you're going to be labeled. And watch, I'll speak about this later. They're going to introduce psychological disorders that don't exist to say you have a mental deficiency if you are wanting the Constitution, God, and your freedom and liberty above the agenda of those elite in Washington and the elite who are pushing for this global government. I guess I'm on the list, and I'm going to stay on it because I am a sovereign American. The Constitution says I do not have to be a global citizen. I don't have to be a part of a one world government. I don't want anything to do with their one world currency. And I will tell you, I am not going to have anything to do with a false one world religion should that be pushed at us later down the road. I do believe the major critical incidents are going to be accelerated because the control freaks in DC and the globalists are becoming concerned. More people are waking up in this country. More people are becoming outspoken, and you are a threat to them. They don't want you independent. They don't want you raising a garden. They don't want small farmers to be producing healthy food. To hell with Monsanto. I would tell Monsanto to their face, they're evil. They're chemtrailing you. They're tainting the food. They're dividing the country now to where people are saying something is wrong with you based on a political agenda spectrum. What in the hell is this political spectrum except for obsessive, compulsive, disturbed minds? I don't look at a human being and say, oh, that is a Republican or a Democrat or I don't care what your political beliefs are. This is what matters to me. And are you being stable around me or are you going to be violent? That's reasonable expectations of safety and allow you to have free will to be who you are, but not shove it down somebody's throat. Watch for the finger pointing. This could evolve to where people are pointing fingers. This could exceed Nazi Germany. You've got a devil in the White House. You've got people who think they are more important than you running the political machine, the DC machine. It's inverted to where the elite are at the top, wanting to tell you how to micromanage your very life. Do some of your own research. Try to get factual government documents and put the entire picture together. It doesn't have to scare you, and it doesn't have to enrage you. I'm still going to believe in the Constitution. I'm still going to believe in liberty and freedom, and I'm still going to look at the children of America as the hope that they're trying that this evil regime is trying to steal from us. And when I see children out in public, I'm more compassionate than I've ever been, and when I see a pregnant mother expecting, I'm more compassionate that we have to do more to get our liberty and freedom restored, so these children and unborn children will have something more than we did, because right now this country is going into hell. I'm obligated to look at children now to give them some hope, even by speaking out. I know I'll be on the list. There's other things I'm not going to say right now because I'm going to cut this video real soon. But if you don't want to do it for yourself, think of children that deserve safety and freedom and liberty, and not economic slaves, not under the control of the Fourth Reich up in D.C., as somebody's told me in an email yesterday. The Fourth Reich, I see it happening. It's socialism. It's not a republic. And I'm not going to waste my time arguing with those idiots that their life revolves around the political scene. There's more to life. Maybe when you've been put out in harm's way most of your life and you can get killed any moment, you look at something above political spectrum. I look at life as a precious thing that can be taken any moment. None of you will know what tomorrow brings. Trying to be a decent person and a good American, standing on the Constitution, and they're going to turn you and demonize you into a radical political right-wingist. No, they're the one with the problem. Remember, don't push for violence. Do not. They'll use it against you. Speak out. Take their documents. Do your research. And speak out appropriately and stand on the Constitution. Well, Abby took a nap on me on these long videos. I wish you safety, freedom, liberty, and stand on your constitutional right and sovereignty as an American. And I think Abby's getting hungry. We're going to have to take her to get some hamburgers here. Do you want some hamburgers? She's happy. Stay safe.